What is up guys, this is Tito back with another video on the Redmi K20 Pro, and today in this video I'm going to be showing you the latest CorvusOS, and this is based on Android 11. The version of this CorvusOS is version 12, so the latest one as of right now. And as you can see on the top on this Android version section, we have the Corvus logo up there, and the Android version is of course Android 11 as you are noticing, so that is cool. Let me go back. The Corvus version says Athril and the maintainer's name is Ritz, and huge thanks to the whole team for developing this amazing ROM for the Redmi K20 Pro. The phone specification is kind of weird, it says 5GB and 128GB, but this is a 6GB RAM unit, but still it says 5GB for some reason. And the Android security update, as you can see, is December 5th 2020, so the latest one as of right now, so that is cool. The build date is of 16th December 2020, quite the latest build. Here we have the build number. The stock kernel is there as the perf-G kernel. Let me show you in this Telegram post, and there are two separate versions for this CorvusOS, as you can see, 850MB and 1420MB. And of course one is with and one is without the GApps. I have flashed the GApps included version, and this Android 11 build right here is based on the MIUI vendor, not the OSS vendor yet. So yeah, if you are someone who likes OSS vendor, this is not the OSS vendor build, this is still a MIUI vendor build. And if you are flashing this ROM, I would suggest watching that video from the card right there, so that you can get some help with like flashing if you do not know how to flash this ROM or something. So right now let me jump back to the ROM itself. Well, this is how the home screen looks like. As you can see, it definitely looks really cool. And to the left of the home screen, we have the Google's Discover page. By the way, let me show you from the home screen settings. This is the Raven launcher, as you are noticing over here, and there are a couple of things that you can customize. We have the notification dots and add icons to home screen, show search bar, then show the Google app, and suggestions, you can disable that too. I have already done that. Then we have the hidden and protected apps, which I'll show you later on. And here we have the double tap gestures too. This is on the home screen, double tap gesture to like lock the device, and the notification gestures are there. Then swipe down to clear all from recents and stuff. Then enable grid options are there. Now let me show you this hidden and protected app. So this is basically an app lock, and you can tap just on these lock buttons to lock any particular app, just like this, so that you can lock that particular app or you can hide them from here. So that's really cool. Let me show you. I have locked the Telegram app right now. So right now if I try to open it, either I have to use the pin or I have to use the fingerprint. So as you can see, as soon as I put my fingerprint over there, it like unlocks that particular app. So this is very cool, that app lock we get with the stock launcher. And almost forgot to mention that the double tap to sleep anywhere on the home screen is there, as you are noticing. I can just double tap pretty much anywhere in this area, on the blank area in home screen, and it locks the device. And this is how the stock wallpaper looks like on the stock launcher. Swiping up gets you to the app drawer, and you can search for any app from here just like this. And you can swipe down anywhere on the home screen to get to the quick settings panel, and the widgets again are working super fine, no issues with that. Now talking about the other things, the ANX camera is there by default. So the stock camera is great that we have the ANX camera. As you can see, even the front camera and stuff is working fine without any issues. But yes, you should definitely like disable the portrait mode, because that just doesn't work. And even the 48 megapixel mode will not work for sure, so do not complain about that. Right now the ANX camera is not ready for Android 11, but at least we have it. I have also installed the Google Camera 7 over here. This is the Yonex version again, and if you haven't watched that video, again card over there. Night sight and stuff, everything should be working fine with this Google camera. In the quick settings panel, if you tap on the edit icon, as you can see, you can add multiple toggles over here. There are a plethora of quick toggles that you can add, and let me scroll down. There are the app kind of toggles, and let me show you. We have this screen recorder over here, so you can record the device audio or the microphone audio separately, and also you can record the device audio and the microphone audio together if you want to. In case you can do that with this device audio and microphone audio. And there are some more toggles like heads up, always on display. You can disable or enable them as you like. Let me show you the system panel right now. This is how it looks like. No system updater as of now, and there is a developer option if you need that. I have enabled it, of course. And in the gestures, we have this swipe to take screenshot. So 3-finger screenshot gesture is working flawlessly without any issues, and you can also edit them if you want to, or share them if you want to. Inside power menu, we have this sensitive content and stuff, which I'll show you later on. And in the system navigation gestures, let me show you. If I go into the settings, as you can see, there is no option to actually increase the size of the pill bar as of now, but maybe they will add it in the future updates. You just have this left edge, right edge kind of thing, and we have this 2 button and 3 button navigation. Now there is the quickly open camera too if you want that, and prevent ringing option is there in the gestures, and the default keyboard is of course Google keyboard. Now let me show you the fingerprint scanner speed, and by the way, this is how the always on display looks like. And as soon as I tap the fingerprint scanner, you will notice there is no animation or something, it just unlocks right away as you are noticing. Let me show you from the lock screen itself. As you can see, as soon as I tap the fingerprint scanner, it unlocks, but it does not have any kind of fingerprint kind of animation, and no other customization like Evolution X or something where you get the options to change the animations, the fingerprint icons, or the color of the fingerprint icon which emits from the fingerprint scanner. Right now this is a cyan color light which appears over here if you are noticing, and that's it. That's how it unlocks. The fingerprint scanner is very reliable over here, but yes, do not expect any kind of animations as of right now. This is how the stock dialer looks like, and as you can see, there is no call recording option, but VoLTE calls and VO Wi-Fi should be working fine. Before I show you all the customizations, let's jump into the battery settings, and this is how it looks like. These icons do look really awesome in my opinion. If you're noticing up close over here on the top left, as you can see, I mean the left side, not top left, it looks really cool. And on the bottom you see the battery temperature, then we have the charging cycles, then the current battery capacity and the design battery capacity. Then we have the screen on time. As you can see, I have about 4 hours and 44 minutes of screen on time, which means about 5 hours of screen on time, and I still have 49% juice left, which means the battery life should be really great. And if I tap over here, you will see the full battery usage, and as you can see, I did not charge it in the middle. So yeah, the battery life that you can get from this ROM is about 8 hours of screen on time for sure. Let me go back to the display settings. This is how it looks like again, and again in the display settings you will notice these kind of icons. First we have the brightness level, then the dark theme. Dark theme is working fine, no issues. Night light, I have tested that too, it works fine. You can schedule those if you want to. Adaptive or auto brightness is there. In the style section, let me show you, there is the on-device wallpaper, and it looks cool. In the home screen and lock screen, it has that Corvus kind of logo up there. And in the screen timeout, you can set it up to 30 minutes. Then we have the auto rotate screen, and colors set to boosted by default, and the font size you can change that, or the display size and stuff. Then the DPI changing option is there. In the lock screen, we have the always show time and info option. This is just the always on display. Let me go back. We have the double tap to wake, that works super fine too. And we have the ambient display and the anti-flicker or DC dimming mode, which I have enabled here. Now in the sound settings, this is how it looks like, and we have the media call volume, ring volume, etc. Then vibrate for calls, you can change the vibration type, vibrate first then ring gradually and stuff, you can set those. Let me scroll down. We have this do not disturb media option. Phone ringtone, of course you can change that, and touch vibration, you can disable that if you don't like it. I don't like it, so that is why I have everything disabled. And the screenshot sound, charging vibration, everything else you can disable. And in the direct sound, let me show you, there is the Mi Audio Direct, and as you can see, there are plethora of options for the Mi Audio Direct, and yes, they should work fine. And also we have the hi-fi audio option. Now let me jump into the customizations, which is inside this Raven's Lair, and in here we have the notifications option. Then first, if I go here, we have the battery charging light. This is for the notification LED which is present on the front camera here, so you can have it on the do not disturb mode too, so that's great. And the notification headers option is there. Then we have system center notification header and stuff like that. In the mist settings, we have the double tap to sleep on the status bar. Screenshot sound you can disable from here too. And inside status bar items, we have this headset, Bluetooth, etc. icons. You can enable or disable them as you like it. And there is the full screen apps by forcing some apps to use the full screen. And we have the in-call vibration options, vibrate on connect, call waiting, disconnect, everything else. Let me go back to the lock screen settings, and here let me show you in the lock screen settings, this is how it looks like. Only one disappointing thing in my opinion right now, for me at least, is the always unlock with the fingerprint scanner. That is simply missing from here. No always unlock or force fingerprint scanner option as of right now. Lock screen charging info does show up, and fingerprint authentication vibration is there, fingerprint error vibration is there, media art option is there, and of course you have the music visualizer. Charging animation does appear, as you can see, you can change it between these many options, plethora of charging animation options in the lock screen. Then there is a normal charging animation, which is that pixel kind of animation, which is like a circular kind of thing. So yeah, those things are working fine, and there is no option particularly to change this fingerprint scanner icon or this color over here or the animation of unlocking or something. Those things are simply not here as of right now. Now let me go into the status bar settings. We have the battery options, and from here you can have this big circle. So that is what I like, the big circle, big dotted circle. Everything else you can have those solid, then circle, dotted circle, and those are like normal stuff. And icon portrait, everything else is there for the battery icon on the status bar. Then we have the battery percentage. From here you can have the battery percentage enabled or inside the icon, and the battery percentage when charging too does appear on the lock screen. In the clock options, we have the clock settings, as you can see, and you can have the date, the AM PM style, and everything else like the font size of the clock. Everything else you can customize from here. From the icon manager, again we have the old mobile data type icon and 4G icon instead of LTE. VoLTE icons are there, and as you can see you can like customize between these many VoLTE icons. Let me choose this OxygenOS one, and as you can see the VoLTE icon has changed. So yeah, you can use these VoLTE icons, and also there are the view Wi-Fi kind of stuff. You can enable the view Wi-Fi icon, and you can like actually customize the view Wi-Fi icon to however you want to set it to. Then the data disabled icon, you can have it appearing over there if you want that, and roaming indicator and stuff is there too. Inside quick settings we have the quick setting toggle tint. Then the brightness slider is there, you can actually change the position, I guess. So yeah, as you can see the bottom brightness slider and stuff is there, and media player option is there. In the quick settings you can like disable it if you don't like it. Then we have the vibrate on toggle touch. Then the data usage in quick setting header is there, daily or monthly, whatever you like. In the traffic indicators we have the show net activity. If you're using this you can, but I use a separate app for this, so yeah, I have disabled that. In the hardware settings we have the buttons customization, we have the wake device and power menu customization. We have the like advanced reboot of course, and this is how the power menu looks like. And there is the background blur if you're noticing from anywhere. As you can see the background color is there, and as you can see there are the smart home controls. And this thing over here, as you can see it says power off, then two of these buttons says restart. I mean why? But the actions are same. As you can see if I tap restart, it shows directly rebooting options to recovery, fast boot, normally system or the bootloader. Even here as you can see if I tap on this restart, and as you can see the options are same. So two restart buttons that you get if you need those. Now the other customization which I am missing over here, I would say, is the brightness control by sliding on the status bar. That feature is simply missing, nowhere to be found as of right now. Kinda disappointing thing, but I'm pretty sure they are gonna be adding that in the future updates, which I'm gonna be really interested in. In the Ravens layer we have the accent picker. From here of course you can pick any kind of color of over here. Of course as you can see you can choose any kind of color, and you just tap here and it changes the accent color. So pretty cool accent color picker. And we have the font type, and as you can see there are plethora of fonts from Google Sans, LG Smart Gothic, Sans Francisco Pro, OnePlus Lite, Sony Sketch, everything else is there. Then we have the icon shapes too. You can change between these many icon shapes. As you can see plethora of options again. Then we have the status bar icon set. We have filled, rounded, circular and the default one. And the quick setting header style you can change that too. So if you set it to accent color, let me actually show you right now. The quick setting header has become to the accent color. This is really cool. And in the switch style, these are the toggle style in the settings. You can change between these many options of the toggles. And the system theme, of course, you can change it to pitch black or something if you like it that way. There is also this Corvus Clear. These are like custom preset themes you can choose from here, and you can schedule some themes if you want to. So that's it for the customizations. Right now let me jump into the security. Here we have the face unlock too. So let me quickly set up the face unlock. So it shows me this bypass lock screen option. I have enabled that. Let's hit done. And I have to enable these two options on the face unlock settings. Unlocking your phone and skip lock screen, I have enabled both right now. Let me just double tap over here. And I double tap to wake and it unlocked. Let me show you one more time. As you can see, it unlocks right away as soon as I double tap, because I have that skip lock screen thing enabled, I guess maybe. So the face unlock is actually working fine, but let's now disable this skip lock screen option so that it does not unlock right away. Let me see. But still it does unlock right away, as you can see. So it unlocks then stays on the lock screen. If you swipe up then it will unlock. So that is how the skip lock screen part works. And now let's try with the app lock kind of thing. If I open this Telegram app, as you can see it does not open the face unlock stuff. So yeah, the app lock I think only works with the fingerprint and the pin as of right now, not with the face unlock. In terms of the DRM info, as you can see, the wideband security level shows as L1. That means the Netflix and Amazon Prime videos should work on 1080p here, and it passes the safety net test. You can use banking apps like Google Pay right out of the box. You do not need to flash Magisk and use Magisk Guide to use banking apps on this ROM. And if you are wondering about the benchmarks, here are the Antutu Geekbench score of this particular ROM. And of course, as this is the GApps included variant, you can just swipe up from the corners to get to the Google Assistant. As you can see, there is the colors over here. Looks really beautiful, I would say. If you swipe up, as you can see, these colors with the Google Assistant looks really beautiful. And in the recents panel, if you go right here, as you can see, there is a screenshot option, then the clear all option, which appears on the left side, but here it is right here on the bottom, and you can share the screen if you want to. If you want to directly share the screenshot of this particular app, you can do that from here with the share option. The only thing I do not like is that the select option is missing, so I cannot select any text from the screen from here. At least I have to open Google Lens or something to do that. But yeah, from here the select option is missing, but you do get the screenshot, clear all, and the share option. And of course, if you want to go to split screen mode or something, you just tap here and go to the split screen mode if you want to. Now let me open some of the apps and show you guys the app open speeds and the RAM management here. Now let's open Twitter. Now let's open Play Store, YouTube, Instagram, Google Home, Spotify, okay, so now what else? Let's open this Files app. Did I open Twitter? Yes, I did. Now let's open Flipkart. Let's open this safety net test app and the DRM info too, as they are already in memory. So right now, let me open all these apps from memory again and show you. As you can see, the app opening up speeds are really fast, and it doesn't even feel like lagging or something at all. It is really smooth experience that I'm getting over here, and I can of course switch between apps just like this. And as you can see, the app should stay in memory. So yeah, I would say the memory management here is great that I have been getting, and the whole device performance is really great. So definitely I will recommend you flashing the latest CorvusOS version 12 on your Redmi K20 Pro, because the experience is great as always with CorvusOS. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe to the channel down there if you have not yet. This is Tito from KDN Tech signing off for today, and I'll be catching you guys in the next one. Bye bye now.